Good afternoon, everyone watching this in National Vacuum. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video presentation and the capabilities of Mattko. I know it's not the prettiest time of year right now, given the fact the snow's melting and whatnot, but little history on Mattko. After winding down the operations of Koppel Industries down in Muskegon in 2018, I fulfilled a lifelong dream of building a company right here on my home property. I bought this 60-acre partial and home in 2017. Fortunately, the partial was wired with big three-phase power and enough to power a small town. So it made the idea of building a manufacturing facility even more attractive. And given the fact that our township's very pro-business, especially home-based business, the environment was perfect setting to do what I wanted to accomplish. And so I set forth to creating a cell-type shop, one that was efficient enough to run with a small 1- or 2-man crew. This particular 3-acre partial is ready to expand and build up to a 20,000 square foot building if I desire. So far in the last 6 years, the current facility has sufficed and allowed an output that was efficient of customer product. This is one of 2 late model Mazak Integrexes that I own. These machines have really given me a huge leg up on my competition due to their capabilities. These machines are rather rare in production machine shops due to the level of cost and complexities. But once programmed, set up, and dialed in, they really show their true colors from a manufacturing and efficiency standpoint. I truly do believe that most scrap and or rejects occur when parts have to be restaged in fixturing, and I'm a huge advocate of done-in-one operations and getting the operator as far away from the processing as possible. Machining in a done-in-one type process may make for seemingly longer machine cycle times, but when the consideration is made that there is no restaging the part, then the manpower that would have been spent can be better spent elsewhere in the shop. This model of Integrex has the long 1500 millimeter bed, which allows for longer parts. Each turning spindle has 30 horsepower integral motor that provides plenty of power to get through the toughest operations. I must preface this though by saying that I do not beat up my equipment. I treat them like a sports car, and as they get top level maintenance, as should be with any high value of capital equipment. This would be the head 1 and head 2. They exchange the part in the middle. The head 2 comes right on up to head 1 and pass off the part for second operation, the backside of any given part. I typically do a simultaneous machining with this, so I also have a raw part in head 1, a half finished part in head 2, and this machine, given the fact that it has an upper and lower turret, can dance between both spindles and achieve more efficiency. The upper turret spindle is both a rotating and stationary tool holding spindle. Its 25 horsepower provides enough power for tough machining applications as well. The entire spindle articulates a total of 230 degrees. Any angle can be achieved by programming this with great accuracy, and you'll see how it changes its tools. It's going from a turning tool to a drill, now swinging the drill. It's gonna each of the turning spindles are 9-inch spindles, and I can swing up to about a 13-inch diameter part on these. Anytime there is a part that does have to go from head 1 to head 2, I try to keep it under 9 inches so that it can safely pass underneath the bed here for the lower turret. Otherwise, there can be some interference. So the lower turret here holds just stationary tools, and it holds up to 9 tools. And what's really, really nice about this machine is when the main turret, upper turret I should say, is doing milling work, the lower turret can be doing turning work on the other spindle, and then I maneuver the operations around to capture the best efficiency that I can. And here I have a Mattko Integrex, which is the same as the other machine. The only thing that it does not have is the lower turret, and a little bit shorter between the main and second spindle. But all else is identical, same capabilities and horsepowers. I can turn a little bit larger diameter on this because I do not have the lower turret, so I can swing 15, 16 inch diameter on this. But I do like to keep it, 10 inches and below for turning diameters. But this machine also has a 80 tool magazine versus the other machine with the lower turret. Has, of course, 9 tools in the lower turret and 40 tools in its tool magazine. But this one's an 80 tool, so makes it nice for being able to do multiple jobs stored in there and reducing setup time as well. And this here is our Mattko vertical. We've got it's about a 24-inch travel and X on this, 16 in Y, 4th axis capability. I do a production part in here that this particular tombstone fixture holds 12 parts and runs very efficiently on this machine. This is a late model dual saw that I bought brand new as well. This saw fully CNC and can cut up to a 12-inch diameter bar, fully auto feed. This is really nice for lights out operation as well. This here is a Mattko Multiplex 610 with a robot cut feeder. We're able to put bars in the magazine here up to 3 1/4 inch diameter. The bar actually stays stationary, and the cutting head cuts the piece, and a robot loads the part into the machine. It is twin turning and milling on both heads, and there's a robot arm that also reaches in, grabs the finished part, drops it on the conveyor. This machine has 7-inch spindles and 15 horse on each head, and is considered to be much more of a high production machine. I run this lights out quite often, and primarily, it will do any material on here, but it primarily runs stainless steel. I'm going to demonstrate here how the robot arm loads the blank into the machine. Door closes up. It starts machining on the head 1, meanwhile on head 2. I know it's a little tough to see in there, window, coolant. But this is a very, very efficient machine. Last but not least, the quality area in the shop. Typical hard gauges, all the bore gauges, micrometers, everything get calibrated on a 2-year revolving basis by an outside company. And we also have a fully CNC CMM, Mattko. It's a bright Apex 504, and this has a PH9 articulating head, which would be programmed for the housing. CAD software as well. Well, I appreciate everyone watching this. I'm not a videographer. I don't have a production studio for producing videos, so I apologize for the crudity of just taking a video on the cell phone, but trying to show you what the capabilities are, and I once again appreciate the time you've taken to watch this.